This is the moment a man from China was captured by police after crossing the Taiwan Strait in a speedboat and landing near one of Taiwan's largest ports. He's since been identified as a former Chinese Navy captain. The Coast Guard says human negligence is the reason the boat managed to make it to Taiwan shores. 10 people in the Coast Guard have already been disciplined, and the administration says more resources will be dedicated for surveillance to monitor more ships.
这个案子是风险非常高，威胁程度非常高，应该在第一时间要调派线上艇去实施拦截，结合雷达跟红外线，看到我们就可以确定。
The incident is triggering concerns over possible gaps in Taiwan's defense. The country faces daily harassment from Chinese ships, aircraft, and balloons, all part of Beijing's efforts to bring Taiwan under its control.
Taiwan's position is so unique where every day there is a new threat, whether it's in the cyber domain, from the air, from the sea. And frankly, Taiwan doesn't have the same amount of resources, funding, manpower, personnel that China does.
But the bigger concern is the location this man managed to reach, as the Hsueh estuary is critical to the country's defense. Hsueh is home to one of Taiwan's largest ports and houses military facilities along its riverbanks. Just a few kilometers away sits the country's largest international airport. It's an ideal landing spot for a potential invasion from China, especially as the river connects all the way to the capital city of Taipei. Taiwan's military has practiced defending this beach, but analysts say establishing more advanced radar stations and better surveillance training needs to be prioritized.
Catching incidences is going to be possible given enough time, but increasing the resources, being able to expand the number of radar stations, getting it operationalized would be an enormous cost. And I think in Taiwan's situation, we're talking about a zero-sum game for defense funding.
With little information known about the origin of the speedboat and this man's motivations to land on Taiwan shores, this could very well be a unique situation. But given how easy Taiwan's territory was breached, it's a reminder for the armed forces here to be alert at all times.
What needs to happen is to not let this one incident derail years of defense reform and possibly trying to completely change how things are. Like this, granted, it's a lot easier for one guy to slip through than an entire Navy or an entire Coast Guard or an entire Army.
While both the military and the Coast Guard continue to patrol Taiwan's waters, it's gray zone threats like this small boat that may pose the biggest problems. Now it's up to the country's armed forces to adapt to this new reality, where all ships, no matter the size, pose a threat. Hsueh and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.